Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here and welcome back to another crypto video. And what in the world has just happened? XRP all of a sudden saw a spike to $1.24 before right now coming back down about 10 cents over the last hour or so. It's been rather heavy. Some heavy movement, some very interesting talk that we're going to have today. But before we get into any of that, put in the comment section down below if you think that eventually XRP will be worth $10 a coin. And also, make sure you check out the link down below for Bybit and for the Telegram. We're growing like crazy, but that's also because there's a lot of useful stuff inside, which I'll talk about more in just a second. Let's assess the entire market first, shall we? Yeah, so Bitcoin and almost every single crypto were having a very good morning. Solana was pumping like crazy. I shared an update on Twitter. XRP was pumping pretty nicely. I shared it on Twitter. Ethereum was doing well. It was actually above 4,600 bucks. But now that I'm looking at it again, I see most cryptos have fallen down a little bit again. And there's actually a couple of different explanations for it. One being this was a heavy retest of some upper levels for a lot of altcoins, and it basically got rejected. That's option number one. Option number two is the prices were, pushing through because the people are generally bullish right now. As I've explained on my Solana post on Twitter earlier today, people are pretty bullish on altcoins and Solana. So altcoins in general, we cover that usually on the bottom left right here. Let's quickly grab it up. So there was a bullish flag, as you can see, and back in September, I told you guys we're going to break out and we're going to go pretty nutty. But most altcoins that show the similar sort of chart as the total market cap, excluding Bitcoin, aka alt cap, does, like Solana is doing right now, I expected some very good things for these cryptos. And Solana is one of them, which basically, if you just check my Twitter, has the same or very similar chart. And so I expected the upside. We called Solana out at $120 a couple of weeks ago, and now it's at 260 or so. How much did it went to? 230. So, yeah, we were pretty right on that one. However, let's not stray away from the topic. There's a couple of other coins which had the exact same pattern, basically, which everybody should have also been buying. But XRP was not one of them. No, it definitely wasn't. And Ethereum is actually not one of them either. So, a couple of these coins like Bitcoin, Ether, and XRP, and even Shiba are unique. Bitcoin, as is the leader of the market, it has no resemblance to any chart on the real detail level. Ethereum has had a little bit of a strange rally. It's so extremely bullish without that many downfalls throughout the last couple of months. It's just been on a more bullish chart than almost any other crypto out there, but it's a little bit slower paced, which might show that Ethereum has so grandfathered in and has such a huge amount of market cap higher than the number 3 that it's pretty stable like a Bitcoin is. Where, for example, BNB can easily go to $2,000 this new run. I believe the same thing for Ethereum to go to 10K, but I'm kind of thinking maybe Ethereum's $5,000 is the same thing for BNB's $2,000, where in terms of market cap, Ethereum's going to then be at $600 billion, and BNB is then going to, let's say, quadruple, not even, to, let's say, about $350 billion. It's still a ways off from the number 2, even if BNB goes to 2,000 bucks, meaning it kind of grandfathered in with such a huge amount of market cap. Now, XRP is kind of different because of the lawsuit and the ongoing pressure, but sometimes I think back and think, hey, you know what? A 10 times gain in XRP market cap, honestly, wouldn't be that crazy. Even right now, 10 timing in market cap wouldn't be that crazy because at that point, it would just place us back at Ethereum levels. And think back to 2017, the big bull run times. XRP actually was number 2 in the market caps, and I keep thinking back that it could get there again following logic. And obviously the fact that right now we are being suppressed by the SEC, but I do think that Ripple will win the case, and so it's going to push itself back there. So DOT was doing amazing because of the auctions. We talked about that before. I think Polkadot is going to hit some crazy levels over the next couple of months, but I don't know on the short term. And Shiba and Dogecoin are kind of scary. Then again, right now, most undervalued are ADA, XRP, if you ask me, out of this little list. I think, however, that BNB and Ethereum also do well, but those are my most undervalued coins right now. In terms of trading, so if you follow my Twitter, you know that we had a couple of trades open. One was at, let's quickly check it out here, because it's basically breakout trading. One was at $1.14, and our last buy of XP was obviously at $1.07 on the 1st of November, so that's about 2 days ago now. Hopefully you guys bought with me. If you didn't, no worries, because in the end it's not financial advice and you can't know for sure. So we basically bought breakout on the shorter time frame. So let's see a 1 hour here. We basically bought breakout on the 1 hour time frame. The only problem is we didn't get any proper confirmation, and so right now we're still not really going too heavy on the buys. You could have bought in once if you had the basically the purple, which is the bigger trend line as your as your triangle that you're using. We got ourselves a breakout. We got ourselves a confirmed candle. You bought halfway through, which would be about $1.14 or so. You could have gotten yourself about, let's see in hindsight, 7 to 8% gains, which again is times 10 because of our leverage over on Bybit. Would have been about 80% profit this day. But right now, we actually came right back down to the short-term trend line, our retesting, and we're going to have to see how this is going to continue on forward, because we already anticipated that this move was not going to last for too long. XRP just keeps retesting, and I keep telling you, don't hold these levels too dearly because it's going to hurt you if you do. If you're going to hold these levels too dearly, thinking, oh, we have to keep at that level to be bullish or this or that, you're going to hurt yourself mentally mostly. It's going to be exhausting. So just look at it from a very logical perspective, thinking, okay, we hit a nice little retest at the top. Good. Where are we going to go from here? What's going to happen next? And for XRP right now, we are still in, if you look at the general gist of it, the line basically, we're still in an exponentially upward sloping line. And as long as that does not break, we are looking good. I would say this was, again, another retest at about $1.14. Why did it come back down? Well, because most altcoins just came back down right now. If you look at the hourly, most things came back down right now. It's just most likely a good retest. On some other coins, it's most likely just a trend line that they're coming back towards. Bitcoin overall also came back down. So there isn't necessarily one big thing to say. Where's my next buy area? When am I going to sell? So for XRP, I'm actually not doing anything right now. If you wanted to basically bet, right here, literally for XRP right there, could have been your best area to buy at, because that's, again, the previous top that we hit yesterday. Right now, we are retesting that level. So this could have been your best bet to buy at, with a stop loss most likely below $1.11, which is the next top that we basically hit before and the next bottom that we hit at that time. So I would place my stop loss right there. However, we've just already hit that, so what's our next best option? Right now, theoretically speaking, buying is not a bad idea still, because we just retested this, and as long as the market comes back up, which it's going to do most likely within a couple of hours here, we're going to get some crazy gains. Then again, I'm letting you guys know that even though we're seeing some green right now, it can actually move further down for a little bit, as we just had a perfect retest, a nice little area to get some profits if you were in your leverage trades. That sometimes you got to take, your happy wins and keep quiet for a little bit. My major buying area for XRP is $1.07, and so I'm not really feeling too comfortable buying 7 cents higher. Then again, it's also not really too big of a problem because we know the ultimate gains, right? But short term, I'm actually telling you, if you didn't buy at $1.14 just now, which would have been the perfect level, maybe even $1.15 could have still gone, then I would personally not go for it right now. That's not because there's not going to be gains, but that's because for me it's a little bit too expensive, and that's also because right now there's too much uncertainty to be buying another 1.5 cent or so higher. It's pretty difficult to do, even though we can get it, and since we did get a nice little retest, it can go move higher. RSI is also coming back down, not in overbought territories anymore. It can come and bounce nicely, but it's going to depend as well. Are altcoins going to bounce in general? Is Bitcoin going to come back up? Right now it's looking like it, yes. Did Bitcoin just retest the proper EMA? I think it's the 50 here, the 50 EMA, or is there something big going on at play in the background? I don't know. People are talking about cycles like crazy in every single chat that I'm in. I believe in cycles, but I believe as a baseline that we're going to see some. Wait a minute. Where are my trades here actually? Oh, I was like, did my trades just leave for a second? But it's just because I saw a 0 here, but it's in positions obviously. So these are the XP and Bitcoin trades. It's just that Bitcoin is at least going to $17,000 if you ask me in the next couple of weeks. Ethereum is at least going to $5,000 in the next couple of weeks. XRP is at least going to be retesting. I wanted to say $1.22, $1.23. We came to $1.24 in the next couple of days. We already hit that though, so right now the next area of importance is $1.29, $1.30. I'm going to most likely see that pretty shortly here too, now that we already came back to it. So if you have a long position open, I wouldn't say close it. I would personally stick with it, but that's, again, the way that I usually roll with these things. I think we're going to get some crazy profit in the short term. I have my trades open on Bybit. A link for that is down below. And the special thing, which I wanted to come back on, is right now there's so many bonuses that you can get. One, I basically explained over in Telegram here. There's a pre-sale that you can buy into, which I highly recommend people to check out. I'm telling people right now as well, you might get some crazy return on your money. I've had before that I had 500 times or 500x basically, 500 times same thing, on my money with some sales. And this sale I'll be buying into, and I'm telling you guys this as a friend, not as a YouTuber, no. I'm telling you guys this as a friend. I get nothing if you buy into this. There's no benefit for me, but I'm telling you guys, make sure that whenever you get the opportunity to buy into a project early, that you look at it really skeptically in a positive way. So look at it and think, can I invest in this? Is this quote unquote safe? If it looks pretty safe, try it out. Almost all Binance launches are worth it as well. Just telling you guys honestly. Bybit now is doing their first or second launch in their launch pad. Check it out. It is worth it. Try it out. Really 100% sure that it's worth it to check it out because it just might go crazy. And I'm personally buying into it, so I'm letting you guys know. There's some tips on my Telegram about that. And it all has to do with just making sure that you're signed up for Bybit. I'll put a link down below so you can get some extra bonuses as well. You'll get 10 BIT from me if you make an account and deposit something. I told you guys all the ins and outs of it, right? Just check it out. Make sure you do. And yeah, let's just come back to the general point of it. I am still buying like crazy. Right now, we had a perfect retest for XRP. Most coins are still in a bullish narrative. So I'm not exactly sure what else to tell you guys. If you're not buying right now, then I'm not exactly sure what you are doing. I wanted to say if you're buying XP at $1.16, a little bit too expensive, I would say, because you could have bought at $1.14 just now, the perfect retest. But maybe I should actually reclaim now. I'm going to say right now is a little bit riskier to buy. But if we look at the fundamentals of almost every single crypto, guys, I would still say long is the better way to go right now. We're still longing. My positions are still open. I'm still trading. I'm still buying every single day, my XRP at least. Last big buy was November 1st, as I told you guys yesterday. But still, picking it up is a very nice idea if you ask me right now. Still in a good position. Still going to break out towards the upside. I've been sharing a lot of updates about the price over on Twitter. We also just got a quote-unquote relisting. Oh, it's not really. We just got a new pair on Bitstamp, but in the US you still cannot buy. But I'll talk more about that in another video later today because I have a lot of stuff to share. So yeah, I'll get to it. All right, I'll get to it. General consensus here. I am bullish on these cryptos still. Nice retest for XRP. It's just a start though, guys. We needed this for the morale, but we're going to most likely go way further than this in the next couple of days/weeks.